Hello, bonjour, my name's Karis and today I'm going to show you how to look after curly hair, or how I look after my curly hair. My drunk friend said I should make this video, and you know, drunk friends are always the people to take advice from. I've always really struggled knowing how to look after my hair, largely because I grew up in a family with two parents, both who have very typical, straight, slightly wavy hair, which is quite easy to look after, but they somehow managed to pop out. My oldest sister Sophie, who has sort of wavy, slightly coily hair, my middle sister Dora, who has a fucking afro, and me with this sort of in-between hair, which is just very curly. I'm not sure how else to describe it, my hair is just curly. Anyway, none of us were ever taught how to look after our hair when we were younger because our parents didn't know. I had this sort of very frizzy, undefined, confused hair for like years and years and years. However, I have worked out through trial and error over the past maybe 6-7 years how to look after my hair and how to get the best out of my curls. I'm going to start by giving you a few basic rules, which are just necessities, things you must do, things you must not do. Then I'm going to show you my routine, the products I use, how I shower, and a few little basics within that, and after that I'm going to give you some little added extras, things you could do. So I'm sort of like a teacher, giving you your must, should and could. I don't know if that was a thing that teachers ever gave you, but yeah. Number 1, do not brush your hair. I'm Miney Granger, and you are? If you leave your hair to dry naturally after you get out of the shower without brushing it at all, your hair will naturally form into curls. And if you brush through those curls at any point while your hair is dry or drying, your hair will not know what to do with itself because it doesn't have that pattern to follow, so it will just go blah, like we saw, just blah. Number 2, do not shampoo your hair every single day. Curly hair tends to be much drier than straight hair, so shampooing your hair every single day is just going to dry it out, and in the long run can cause breakage.
Breakage? What's breakage?
Breakage is where your hair gets so dry that it literally just turns into these little like dry little sticks that are so dry that they literally snap if you so much as touch your hair. So let's just avoid breakage. Don't shampoo your hair every day. It is not gross to not shampoo your hair every day. Your hair is much drier and it has different needs to other people's hair. Some people shower their hair every 2 days, some people shower their hair every 3 days, 4 days, 5 days. There are people with really coarse curly afro hair who only shampoo their hair like once a week or once every 2 weeks, and that's absolutely fine. Everyone has different hair. So now we're going to go into my actual curly hair routine. So when I'm in the shower doing my curly hair, first thing I do is shampoo. Personally, use the organics. Orgs, I don't know. And the reason I use this specific one is because it does not contain sulfates. They're basically what you get in soap, and they completely strip your hair of any oils, which means your hair is going to get really dry. And as we were saying about curly hair earlier, curly hair is typically a lot drier, so you don't want to be stripping all the oils from your hair. It's probably not a good idea. It can cause dandruff, again, breakage.
Breakage? No!
That's not the only sulfate-free shampoo, by the way. If you look up on the internet sulfate-free shampoos, you will get lists of hundreds and hundreds of shampoos that you could use. This is the one I personally use, and yes, it's a little bit expensive, and I know not everyone has the money, but if you do have the money, it might be worth asking your parents, would you mind putting a little bit towards some hair products so that I can look after my hair properly? Nothing wrong with that if you can afford it. Then of course I condition my hair. This is where I comb through my hair properly using a wide tooth comb. Once you're done, you turn the shower off. You can comb your hair while it's still soaking wet, but after that, while it's drying, do not comb it, do not brush it. I know it can feel really nice because your hair suddenly seems all smooth and you're like, oh, when I brush it, it goes silky. But once it's dried, it will not go silky. It will look like Hermione, and that's not the look we're going for here. After that, I use the Frieda Frizz gel because it just helps, again, to define my curls. How many times am I going to say define my curls? Use a squirt and a half of this, rub it through my hands, put it through my hair, scrunch it a little bit, and after that I do what's called the plop. You might notice normal towels have loads of fibres on them, loads of bits that stick out, and they will just frizz up your hair and they will disrupt your curl pattern and all of that jazz that we're talking about. So just use a cotton t-shirt, put your head through the neck of the t-shirt, stick your hair into it, then tie the sleeves around your neck, then go whoop, and if you've done it right, you will look like you're auditioning for Shepherd 3 in the Nativity. Then you leave your hair to dry a little bit. While it's still damp, take your hair out of the plop. I don't know why it's called the plop, it just is called the plop, so just deal with it. And you get your curling cream. This is the perfect product. This product has literally fucking saved my life. If you don't buy any other product, buy this. The curling cream is it's unbelievable, right? It smells really nice. Give yourself a generous amount of curling cream, rub it on your hands, smooth it a little bit through your hair, and then you scrunch, and you scrunch, and you scrunch, and you scrunch, and you scrunch. Scrunch it up, and it will just define your curls and give you that extra pizzazz, so that you have these lovely little bitches which are just like, you know, they just look like curls, and it's like, oh wow, great, I don't look like Hermione anymore. This is more of an added extra, but if you've still got some frizzy curls or your hair still seems a little bit dry, I would suggest Argan Oil. You can buy this for £3 from Superdrug. You don't need very much, and it's just a nice oil, nice smelling oil that you can put through your hair, and it just like gives it that extra moistness and defines your curls if you run through them. So that is that. Now, my dear friends, you leave your hair to dry. Try not to touch it too much. Try not to disrupt the curls, or try and, you know, don't brush it. Whatever you do, take that brush and fucking throw it, don't you dare. And eventually it will dry, and by the end, hopefully it will look a little bit like this. Sometimes your hair will turn out better, sometimes it will turn out not so good. This is sort of okay. It's not the best my curls have looked, but I'm pretty happy with it. Cool. If all else fails and you're not feeling your hair, stick your sunglasses in. Sunglasses literally save anything. Your hair could be looking like absolute shite, but if you put sunglasses in, it's like, wow, she's a star. Absolutely fantastic. Your hair is beautiful, you are beautiful, your hair makes you unique, and it's lovely. It just needs a different kind of attention, so learn how to look after your hair, maybe invest a little bit more in your hair. Just investigate, find out what works for your hair, and own your curls. They're cool, and they're unique, and not everyone can have them. It's really hard for straight people. It's really hard for straight people. It's really hard for straight-haired people to get curly hair, so just own it and enjoy it. And we all envy the fact that these people can literally just brush through their hair and it's like sleek and lovely. There's pros and cons, you know, and there's benefits to curly hair as well. Yeah, hope I've been of help. I will see you soon. Goodbye.